believe that! I can't believe that! This is gonna be fucking awesome. Tell him, Steve Dave.
My brother tried to trick me once. I delivered for Domino's like those 1 or 2 days, and I went to a house, and it was this girl. She was young, too. And I was like, hey, fucking whatever it was, $12 or whatever. And she goes, well, I don't have any money. And I said, what do you mean you don't have any money? And she goes, well, I was thinking maybe there was something else I could do for it.
Yeah, you thought this was like... Yeah, this is every porn movie, right?
It's every porn movie, but I'm a fucking 25, 26-year-old guy. It's a super hot, like, 17-year-old. Uh-huh. This does not happen in my world. You know? I go, is my brother here?
You called it?
Yeah, and it was Eric. My brother Eric fucking
shit.
Set it up. And then there's like fucking him and like 8 of his friends like laughing and shit. I'm like, I'm 26 delivering pizzas. That's the real joke that none of you are laughing
That's
at.
what they're laughing at?
Yeah. God fucking forbid I had went for it. Oh, could you fucking imagine? I'm like, maybe there is something. I'm like all aggressive and weird.
I just think we should paint a better picture of Brian working at Domino's with me as
He's got to do it. He's got to do it.
This is a good story.
All right, go. You got the story.
We worked at Domino's together very shortly, right? It was
I lasted
short.
2 days, I think.
All right.
And I lasted 3 maybe, and that third day was when Walt happened to see his former coworker. It's a state of embarrassment.
We applied for the jobs, and we had to go out and buy Dickies, like pants,
right.
like these blue pants, like these work pants.
Yeah, like a lot of times, like they look like janitors wearing. Shit, you know?
So we had to invest in that, and I remember I had to go. I didn't have any. I didn't have a job.
That's money out of our pocket.
Yeah, so I had to borrow the money from my mom to go buy the Dickies to work. And I remember her giving me a hard time, being like, "I'm not giving you money for these pants because you're not going to last more than a day."
She knew.
She goes, "You're never going to want to do this." Goes,
You're wrong. You're wrong about me.
Domino's forever.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Look at this. Look at this 401k plan they offer. And I can become a manager there, Mom.
Yeah.
I could be somebody.
Yeah. Do you know they'll give me back 10% of college tuition?
Right now, there's somebody listening to this as they deliver Domino's. Just drive off the fucking road.
No, I mean, obviously you can make a career out of it, but for whatever reason, my mom was like, "You're not going to last. I'm not giving you the money." I was like, "No, really." And then she was like, "All right, I'll give you the money, but do not throw that tag out, and do not, I want the receipt because I know I'll be bringing them back." And so I got the pants. I wore them for 2 days, and then I had to give them back to her with the tag back on and give her the receipt.
Hang dog look.
You
were right.
I don't want to do this. But I remember...
It's horrific.
Well, it's not horrific. It's just...
Listen to what he's about to say. Tell me it's not fucking horrific.
So we applied together because we didn't have jobs at the time, and... we're thinking, I don't know what we were thinking. We're never going to see each other. We're always going to be out on runs.
Yeah, I think we thought that maybe we would drive around together.
Like a co-pilot and share the tips, and I don't know what.
I don't know why we thought we'd be spending way more time together than we actually did, yeah.
So we get in there for training, and we have a guy who's, as he should be. He's in charge. He's training us. He has to present a picture that it's important.
Right.
You're supposed to take it seriously.
It's probably killing his soul too.
He's in charge of killing our souls.
When you get a call and when and you're going out on a run, you're coming back for a run. When you park your car, you run back into the store. Mm-hmm. You run out with the pizza. We want people running in and out, make it look like like we're really hustling. We want to present that hustling image.
Hey, this was not a suggestion.
Now, I don't know why you were still being trained 3 days later.
I was in the remedial program.
Because I had quit and he had stayed on, and I drove by the Domino's just to see if I could see him
with Debbie, right?
With my now wife, but we weren't.
You're killing it.
That's how much you missed me.
Oh, you're killing me.
So we park. I go over and I say, just pull over to the side of the road. I just want to see if he's in there before. And I was just like, and as we're pulled over to the side of the road, the door swings open. There's a pizza to be delivered. Because at this point we hadn't seen each other run. We hadn't shamed ourselves in front of each other, and we were trained at different times to run. And I saw him.
You saw me running.
I saw his soulless body, dead inside, run out while the coach or the trainer,
the team
was like,
leader,
go, like pumping him up as he ran with a bag full of pizza. With the tightest pair of Dickies I ever saw.
That's what you said stuck out. Wasn't it Debbie that was like, why are his pants so tight?
Yeah. My wife goes, ooh. Why is his pants so tight? I was like, I don't know.
You didn't mention.
Bigger tips? I don't know.
Oh, my God.
At first he didn't know it was me. He's like, who's that young go-getter?
Brian would never run like that. Oh, no.
I hope my eyesight's failing. No, it's him.
I saw him run out holding pizzas as if he was holding like the case that held the button that you press a bomb to go off in or something.
Yeah, like somebody was getting a kidney transplant and I have it in that box. Like my mother. It's just like a loved one.
Oh my God.
And I was like, wow, he bought into it.
Yeah.
He drank the Kool-Aid.
I bought into the fucking
oh my God.
The Domino's philosophy.
We never told you this, Q?
No, and that is the funniest thing you've ever said in your entire life.
It's all true.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Well, what happened too was I think I quit like maybe a week after.
Oh, I don't even think. I think it was. I called
maybe
you that night. And I was
two?
like, I saw you running. And he was like, what? Where were you? I wasn't running. I go, yes, you were. I saw you. I saw you running with your trainer as he was like trying to pump you up like to run.
Like somewhere people my age are like, they have an Olympic trainer that are like these are people that are going to win a gold medal potentially. And I'm like, maybe I'll get $1.
Oh my God.
And I think that that call was like, and then like the next day he goes, he didn't go to work. He quit.
Yeah. And the thing about it was that was not my last foray into pizza delivering for Domino's.
But you didn't run next time, did you?
No. Well, I was managing the store. I left the store to shoot Vulgar, and I was going to come back after that, but Muse took over at the time, so I didn't have any job after that. My girlfriend then, Jill, she was working at Domino's, so I was like, maybe I'll give it another try.
Years
later, yeah,
was it like
maybe
the current regime? Remember me?
Yeah, maybe those records have been purged, and I can get a fresh start at Domino's. So I go to the Atlantic Highlands store. I get hired, but for some reason they're not going to train me there. I got to go through all the fucking training again. So I have to go all the way up to Keyport, which is about fucking 12 miles away. And they're like, this is how fucking idiotic they think I am. For the first 3 days, I have to ride around with other people. Like,
that's why you were running with your trainer.
Yeah. I had to do it again, but like I don't get any tips or anything. So I'm getting minimum wage and then fucking, I have to drive around with these people. And the trainer was super angry and like morbidly obese. And at every fucking turn was like, run. Like, run.
You're still running?
I wouldn't run. No, I just wouldn't run this time. I would not run. I mean, I just fucking directed a movie. And she's like, run with that piece of bitch. So I'm driving around with the trainer, and then they give me two different girls to drive with. The first one was again, like a hyper obese girl who never stopped talking. And at one point she was like, I remember we were driving, she's like, yeah, I got a kid. I don't see him that much. He spends a lot of time with his dad. Oh my God. Like this is this is how she talked. She's like, you know what? On my street, I don't even let my kid play because all these commuters come down the street driving fast. I don't call them commuters. I call them assholes. Whoa, I'm bleeding to death down there. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. But oh man, it's heavy. It's heavy. And like she just would not stop. And then there was another girl who was like, her spirit was totally broken, and she would just like even more than mine. And she would just tell me story after story about her home life and how it sucked and all this other stuff. And then out of nowhere, like we're driving and she goes, you know, I used to dance totally naked. And I was like, oh. And then nothing was said for like 20 more minutes. And she chain smoked the entire time we're in the car. So when she got back, she got out of the car and we went to a gas station and she went in to get something. And in the meantime, I took her cigarettes and I like pushed them down into like the crease of the seat so that she wouldn't smoke anymore. And she gets in, she starts driving and she's looking for cigarettes. She goes, where's my cigarettes? Did you take my cigarettes? And I was like, no, I don't smoke. It whips around, does a U-turn, goes right back to the gas station and gets more cigarettes and then fucking smokes the rest of the night. And then I just quit. I couldn't deal with it. I think it was 2 days. Jesus. 2 days, and I was like, fuck it. But I don't really see them hustle that much anymore. I mean, after a couple people got killed because of the 30-minute delivery thing, and then, they're not allowed to hustle. Yeah, that was the era
of, like, if you didn't get it there in 30 minutes or less,
free.
Like, it was on his head. You know, he had to pick up the pizza charge.
Yeah, why do you think I was hustling? No, and there's two military bases next to us. And for some reason, and I don't give a fuck, all you military people can write in, cheapest motherfuckers on earth. And it's like, you don't have any fucking expenses, right? You live on a fucking boat, you know, and you would drive all the way fucking out to the end
no
of
one wanted to go out to Earl, I remember. My one night, too, I had to go out to Earl because no one else would go out, me and my trainer.
Right.
And he told me, he was like, I mean, you don't want to get Earl's. He's going because it takes almost a half hour to get there and back, even if it was only 10 minutes away, because you got to go so far out. Right. And you got to find this guy in a boat on a fucking one of these gigantic.
It's like a fucking warship.
Yeah, you got to find this guy in a warship who ordered the pizza, and everyone's making fun of you when you get off on the boat. it was brutal, and you don't even get a tip.
Or Sandy Hook was the other one. Like you'd go all the way out to the end of Sandy Hook, which from the Atlantic Highland store had to be at least 10 miles. And then you get there and they give you the exact change, and you're like, I hope you die in combat, you motherfucker. You know.
I took another job delivering pizza, not for a chain, no, but for a local pizzeria.
Right.
And it was real local. Like I could, it was like 2 seconds from my house. And I took the job, and I was just like, it could be a little extra money. I was working full time anyway, but I was like, I took the job solely because I thought I could make some good extra money and it'd be easy. I know every street in my town. I figured out, like, when I was doing Domino's, there was no like.
I learned the hustle. I got that down.
No, but there was no like satellite, you know. So like, right. I'm on like here. It's on this street, and it was very stressful for me because they were like, because my trainer would be like, all right, get us there. And I'm like, I don't know where the street is. I don't even.
I drive a fire truck. I know. I drive a fire truck. I know.
What do you mean? Oh, don't you have like a?
We don't have GPS. We have a giant map from the '60s on the wall.
Why don't you put GPS in that truck?
City of New York, bro.
How much would it cost to get your own, like, to bring your own GPS and put it in there?
Yeah, like your phone, even.
You don't have no time, man. You got to get out there. You're driving a fucking.
You got 15 guys in a truck, don't you? Be like, hey, Billy. 4. Fucking punch in a number.
No, they do. They're getting ready. They got their own shit
busy
going
up on the
back
ladder
there.
looking for naked ladies.
Well, this was an era like, all right, you know, like,
sure.
You know, but like okay,
old school.
You're just trying to get to a fire. I got to get the pizza there. It's going to be a half hour less. It's going to cost you $3.
Yeah.
So like there was this giant map on the wall, remember, of the areas that we covered.
Yep.
And it was like it's on Little Shit Street. In Keensburg or whatever, and I'd be like, I don't know where that is. And he goes, here's on the map. You go left here, you go right here, you go right there. Remember that.
Every fucking street's pitch black. You can't see anything.
Yeah, and I'm like, so it's real stressful. So I figured, it was one of the reasons why I quit though, because I was like, I'm never going to remember these streets. I don't know how to read a fucking map. I don't care how bad that sounds, but I don't know how to read a fucking map. So,
if I look anything like Bry and these Dickies.
I don't give a shit. It ain't worth the stress. It's really if I'm losing my hair at this point. 2 days in the job. So I take this local one because I'm like, it'll be easy. I know every street in this fucking 2-mile town.
Right.
I should never get lost. First night to Sunday night, a lot of calls and a lot of money's coming in where I got to, like, at the end of the night, I have to, like, turn the money in.
Right.
I got to keep track of what I owe and everything. And I made a big mistake at one of the houses up by where you live, up on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured it out only when I got back to the place and I'm sitting there waiting for my next call. I'm counting money. I'm like, I fucked up. I gave that guy back $30. Should have given him back $5. I don't know. I'm like, again, I'm stressing out because like I'm not new at this. So I'm like, I got to get back up there on my next call and tell the guy I need my money back.
Right.
You know how fucking now it's going to go over. I'm going. I knock at the door like an hour later. I'm like, hey, remember me? Remember you thought you made $30 on that pizza? I need that money back. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I need that money back. I go, I gave you the wrong change. And he goes, no, you didn't. I go, look, you know I did. I saw your face and I gave it to you, and that's why I knew that something was fucked up because of the way you looked at me. And he goes to his wife, did you give back $30 too much? She goes, yeah. Like, she didn't know what to say. And she goes, yeah, you did. And I go, oh, were you? I guess you were going to call, I said, right? And she goes, yeah, we were going to call.
Let him exit gracefully.
So they gave me the money back. I go back down there and I get everything squared away. I think that fucking hurdle's closed. I don't have to worry about anything. Going out for the night, like closing down and everything. And they're like, okay, you got to clean this up now. You got to clean now. I'm like, I thought I was just driving. They're like,
right.
No, drivers got to clean and do this and do all this shit work.
Yeah, same at Domino's. Like, at the end of the night, they're like, all right, boy, scrub the bowl. I'm like, seriously? I got to clean a fucking bathroom?
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely. They fucking had people cleaning the bathroom, yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, someone's got to do it, man. What are you
Right, yeah.
The new driver, I mean, wouldn't you?
You were the
trainer, wouldn't you?
Fuck yeah.
So they're giving me all this shit work, and I'm sweeping up, and I look at the chart for next week, and I see my name is not on there at all from like Monday through the next Monday, some other person's name, and I'm like, who's this guy delivering? And they're like, oh, that guy was on vacation. He's come back. And I was like, so when am I working then? And they're like, oh, I don't know when you're going to, I mean, we'll call you when we need you. So I'm like, wait a minute. So you only hired me? So when this guy was on vacation? He's like, no, but, you know,
yes.
he's our guy. We'll call you when we need you. And I was just like, well, then I'm out of here then. I go, I'm not going to clean up all this shit.
Right.
I go, and they're like, what, you're not going to clean up? And I was like, no, I'm not going to clean up. I go, I'm not going to clean up because they didn't want to clean up.
So you're not going to clean up?
They were dumbfounded. And they were like, well, do you want to get paid? And I go, are you saying you're not going to pay me for the hours I worked? Well, then do you want to get paid? Because I got all the fucking money from all the runs.
Nice.
And they were just like, they just slammed the book down and started going through the book to see all the runs I went on,
right.
like his receipt book. And he was just like, I need $168 you owe me.
Right.
I had to give him $168 and then I left.
Wow.
And in his fucking mind, Walt's the asshole.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
right.
really fucking
They
shocking.
hired me under the assumption that I was going to be their guy, but they just wanted someone to fill in while some other guy was on vacation.
Good for you, man. Fuck them.
Yeah.